Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Hub Sport, and I am Admiral Drex. Oh, it's one of them days, bro. It's one of them days. I've got my buddies in the house. I've got mine, and I've got the professor in the building. Professor's been excited. He's been excited. He's been waiting for this particular stream. And if you don't know, this is possible outcome. We're looking at the season finale, the last game, match day 38 of the season. But before, we're going to be talking about a lot today. We'll talk about the Europa League. The guys haven't. I've not really had chance to speak to the guys about what they make of that defeat, that embarrassing defeat to Spurs. And also, Tesh was supposed to be here, but he's caught up with work. He's still in the office as we speak right now. And this is 5:32 Eastern Standard Time, and he's still in the office. But he says he will see if he could join from the office or something like that, but we would see. Yeah, yeah, it's a lot of things are happening. Looking at Bruno, is it possible exit for Bruno? I would like to hear what professors say about the whole Garnacho thing and all of that, and also Mind. I think I know what Mind would say, but yeah, just gonna let them do the talking. But first of all, I'm gonna say big congratulations to man like Manj, who is 2024-2025 PO possible outcome champion. He got what? It was it 700% in the in this last season or in this season that's about to end. And we want to say a big shout out to man. He kept it real. But that being said, we are going to be retiring one of his outcomes. But let's
I've
get
got a
Manj.
new
Manj, how are you
outcome.
doing?
I've got
Manj,
a
how
new
are you doing?
outcome.
Oh,
Thanks,
you got a new
Thomas.
outcome. Okay,
First
that's
of all,
good.
I actually debuted it last week. In case you check my prospect outcomes, I actually debuted it last
Okay,
week, which came to
okay,
fruition at the Emirates
okay.
Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, Thanks for having me on. Big up to you, Drex. Tesh, as always, hardworking in the office. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to
Yeah.
him. If we wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be champion without you guys. You know what I'm saying? You are the possible outcome.
Big up yourself. Big up yourself.
Big
So
up.
what you saying? How you saying? How you doing, bro? Professor Omosolo,
Listen,
bro.
I,
after,
I, I
after the
am so
defeat,
happy.
you said you were happy. You were happy.
Uh,
I want to get your take on that one.
my dream has come true.
Jesus
My
Christ.
dream has come true.
He's been saying it.
I've been saying it before Amaran came in.
Hmm.
I said I do not win. I don't want any trophy. No, when ETH got sacked,
Hmm.
I said, okay, we are going on a full reboot in Nils. Don't give me any trophy. Don't give me the trophy. Trophy's gonna mask. If you want the trophy, right? People gonna say, "Oh, we're back. We're this. We're that." No, for the fan base, they're gonna be hype. They're gonna be hype, yapping, talking, doing all this and that. Say, "Oh, the banter." Me, I'm not here for the banter. I'm here for the football. And the
Hmm.
football succeed. World Cups after it is the big one. The EPL, the UCL. Chatting for the EPL, chatting for the UCL. Because in the UCL, you know that we haven't got to the semifinals for the past since Fergie time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
For me, I've been chasing the little steps. If you could at least get to a quarterfinal in the UCL, at the Fergie, we haven't got to a quarterfinal.
Mm.
Just get me to a quarterfinal in the UCL. That's what I want. So now I already set my plan aside. I had a plan when Amory loses. I'm like, thank God he lost this. 26, 27, we get a better manager that'll take us over the top. 26, 27 is what I'm waiting for now because we are still on a rebuild. We are still on a. This is a perfect solution for Ineos. Is either they take advantage of it or they lose it. There's only two ways it can go. There's no in between. Go up or you're gonna go down. What's Ineos gonna do?
So when you say 2026-27 season, that's are you talk because next season is going to be like the 2025-2026. So you're saying 2 seasons from now, right?
Yes.
You're looking like you're saying if Amarin is not able to get us over the line, like if it's not, let's say next season we find ourselves some miraculously find ourselves in the top four, and you think it shouldn't be given another season to
No,
actually see?
no, no. I don't think Ahmed's gonna take us over the line. I'm sorry. I thought he would. I don't think he'll take us over the line, but he's gonna be the first step of great things to come around. He will not take us over that. There's gonna be that hump, and he won't take us over that because he's not tactically. He's not flexible. So for me, I'm like, okay, so you will not get us over that particular hump. That already is the issue already. And when Ineos brought him in, they brought him in on the sense of, okay, you're gonna be coaching this limited amount of players we have. You're gonna be coach your way through. It seemed like he cannot do that. I'm like, oh, okay, so yeah, there's the first step. We cannot do this. There's gonna be somebody else to him that could do it.
Man, what's your take on that one?
I mean, he's not wrong because I'm in the same boat. I feel like he should be gone already.
Why gone already?
Because I'll explain why. Because the leagues are the bread and butter, right?
Yeah.
The league is where we're at. It's unforgivable to be finishing 16th or 17th with a minus double-digit goal difference. I get that people want saying, "Oh, we're in the Europa League. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're this, that, in Europa League. It doesn't matter. We haven't won the Europa League. Now what? It's like the Ian Beale, man. If you know, you know. We got nothing left. So that's where I'm at, man. Unfortunately for Almiron, I like the guy. I got a lot of respect for the guy, but he looked stressed out, man. Did you see him on the before the game on Thursday? Wednesday. He was stressed. He looked defeated, and I think it's best for all parties that it's not going to happen. I don't think he's going to go. By the way, just a mere thought. I think if they won, I think he'll see out of his contract and then bounce. So that's where I'm at with that. But the players, they gotta go. I'm sorry, ruthless. Everybody gotta go, man. Everybody gotta go. Pick a name, pick a player, pick a number. I don't care. Get them out.
I agree. Yeah, and another thing is like we wasted so much money promoting this Europa League. Like you don't understand the amount of money that went to this Europa League promo. Like, oh, Europa League, this I'm like, oh my god, they make it sound bigger than the UCL. They made it sound bigger than the EPL.
No, but,
Manchester United.
Honestly, that's the case. That's what United brings.
It didn't.
Champions League is going to be what towards the. It's not 2 weeks away or 3 weeks away. Final, right? And next Saturday.
Yeah.
And nobody's really. There's no rave about it because maybe there's no English club in it, or So for Europe, for United being in the final of that Europa League, it's the thing that comes with United, the loudness, the noise, the publicity, the PRs that come with United, good, bad, ugly. So I feel that was why it was in everybody's faces, like, oh, the champions, the Europa League final, United. That's why people were talking about, oh, they shouldn't let them go into the Champions League and what's not. It was just because of who was in it. I think that was why it made it look like, okay, they put so much into the Europa League. I don't think they really did. It's just because of United. Everybody just wanted to say something. The media house just wanted to have, because United were there, they wanted to just have something to say, to put content out for their viewers. Right?
Drex, sorry to cut you off, bro. Because they're like, Manchester United, the name Manchester United is clicks and views. You could put Manchester United title right now, and I guarantee someone new's gonna clock in and say, "What's this about?" United have the algorithm to attract new viewers, it's the algorithm of Manchester United. I was gonna say put it on Twitter, but obviously Twitter's down right now. I don't know. I know. I'm just going out with that one. It's crazy that Spurs won a trophy and Twitter goes a bit mad, but here we are. But so yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. United is just an algorithm, and it's easy money, cash cow for everybody in journalism.
For everybody. So when United is in something, even this state that we're in now, some people are actually not gonna stop talking. It's even positive for them. It's even a good thing for them, because if United had won the Champions League, the Europa League. See, anything United is just, so I don't feel like what almost, I don't feel like it's just a PR thing. I just feel it's United. I don't think they put so much into it.
I'm just saying this type of PR for the UCL for the Europa League wasn't like this last year. That's what I'm saying.
I
Oh,
agree.
true. I agree with you on that one. Okay. Um. What for my take on the old game and what happened and all of that, right? I just felt like Amorim was just a little bit disloyal to some players. The old Ghana shooting. What do you guys make of that?
I bet you go
I
first.
don't care.
Oh, you
He
don't care.
picked all he did was pick senior players. He picked adults on the pitch. You see all the first 11 were all adult players. The only one that's not adult is Amad Diallo.
But I just felt like he was disloyal to some players, and that in itself, it did not sit down with me properly. Even before the old Ghana shooting, when I saw the lineup, I'm like, okay, most of these players were not there for you.
I don't think Bruno should started.
I don't like most of these players were not there for you. The ones that were there for you, you just shoved them away. Then only for Ganacho to come and to say what he said. I'm like, he's right, man. He's right. Maybe not the right time, but he's right. Not the right approach towards it, but he's right to actually have that feeling.
Ganache
You
doesn't
know,
fit his system. Ganache doesn't fit his system at all. I've been saying this
no,
for the longest. Like when I said that, how come Ganache hasn't played wing back at all? Like it's weird that Ganache hasn't played wing back, but yeah, you're putting Amad Diallo wing back. Like Ganache doesn't fit his system, and that's okay. Like bro, Mount fit his system better than Ganacho. Like Ganacho doesn't fit his system. Ganacho been a wing back. And this is my fault to the managers, and you never put Ganacho wing back. You never put a wing back this whole time, and he's just been playing. He's just been playing. Like, yo, put that boy wing back and let's see what's going on here. But he never did that. And now you have this whole issue with him. If you put
so
him at wing back, I bet you the chance of winning the final has been increased. But the man just wanted to be stubborn. So if they decide to sack him and go a different route, I will understand.
bro, if they sack him, for me, so be it. But I just feel like they should give him at least, like I said with Eric Ten Hag, give him to December, right? But if he doesn't get to December, so be it, man.
See,
Because
this is where I have to push back. I'm
mhm,
sorry. Like, not just to you, Dex, I'm hearing everybody saying this. I get you want to give this manager till December. For me, if
mhm.
he stays, I'm prepared to give him the whole season
Okay, okay.
because for me, I don't want to hear anyone saying, "Oh, this season's a write-off."
Hmm.
I don't want to hear any more excuses now. You made
Okay.
your decision. You kept the manager and the players, whoever stays.
Yeah.
Compete. Try to
Okay.
compete. Don't just like sit there like insert analogy here because I don't want to get cancelled. Um,
No, no, go ahead.
just try your best, innit? I mean, perform better. That's what we ask for. Perform well. At least get a bloody positive goal difference because we earned Premier League about 15 goals or something in the last 2 years. You know, and you can see the anger in my voice, and the new season hasn't
I
even
know,
started yet.
bro.
And this is why I want to do a stream today because I want to vent my anger on it. You know what I'm saying?
So
But
so you're saying if we go in with him into the season, they might as well just give him the whole season.
yeah, because like it's because no point of saying because if you sack him, you're more or less
Throwing the
You're going
season out
writing
backwards.
off
again.
our season.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I'd rather him see him out his contract and say obrigado in
Mhm.
bye bye in Portuguese, and good luck for the future. That's where I'm at right now. And
So
my
man,
people and
mhm,
my stance ain't gonna change. And you see that I've thought about it quite a lot since the final.
mhm.
And give one more season. If he stays, if he goes, man. That's where I'm at.
So mind you, you're
Goes in the
saying
goes in the in the summer. That is, that's
so
what it is.
mind you, you're saying. Let me just bring this back. You're saying if he stays, if they
Yeah,
decide to keep him with all
yeah.
after I have whatever review they do at the end of the season and say, you know what, we're gonna back you. We give you all the proper backing. No manager always get 100% of their request, but they back him to they back him enough that fans can say, okay, you had enough backing,
Yeah.
right? And we go into the season and we are having almost a replica of what we're experiencing right now. You're saying you're still gonna be like, hold on, let him
See
see
it
out
out.
his okay, see that
See it
okay,
out.
good.
Because Ineos made their bed. They're lying. They're lying in it now.
100.
Ruben has made his bed. He's got to lie in it now. No hiding place now. Last
True.
year we had the Europa League to cover, and now we have no Europa League to cover.
But even though that same bed, they can change their sheets.
I mean,
If you
United don't
change
keep,
sheets,
No,
United don't keep clean sheets to begin with. To be fair,
you just said just now, like, if they decide to. So you said if they sack him mid-season, whatever it is, right? It's like going backward.
yeah, I said it is. Economy is like if the second missing, they're in the way going backwards. Like just if you stay with Amarin, that to me shows that okay, it's the first step. But you second right now, you better bring another manager that is slightly better than him. Not way better
that's
than him,
where
but
I'm
with the
at.
days just slightly better.
I agree, Romo. That's where I'm at with him.
Okay. So for me, I just bro, I even coming to do this it was because it's the last day coming to do this particular one. It's just because anything United now, man, they taking everything. They taking everything, bro. All you needed to do was just find a way to win that game. Find a way to win that game, and they not even not just on the money. The players played like they didn't really care. You know, and another thing before we go into this Bournemouth Leicester start to kick this season finale thing out, Plus about come out for.
Yeah.
What's the hope? What hope do we have that this guy can actually get a result against an APL side? Because it's looking like he, other than Leicester, I think that was the last time we won an APL side. It's been a tough battle.
When did he win a last time?
It will not happen because his build up is poor. He has a poor build up. It is what it is.
I'm going into next season. I'm scared. I'm like, yo, you can't even towards the end of this season, you cannot even find a way to win a Premier League side. Even a struggling Tottenham side found a way to get a result against you. So what's the confidence?
But here's the kicker: Tottenham didn't play well.
Who?
Tottenham didn't even play well. They didn't need to play well.
Yes, because we blunt up front. It's the same thing that has been plaguing this team from the early days. Can't go past a low block. Cannot go past a low block. Once a team sets a low block against this Manchester United side right now, no, we're done for.
Yeah.
I was looking at the game. I was like, yo, these guys, if they find a way to get to go, that's it. If they find a way to get to go, that's it. They will just sit and hope to catch us again and make it 2-0.
And they should have, by the way.
And they should have.
Yeah.
So it's a lot for me. I know Amarim has got to do better. I still have a little bit of hope, faith in it, a little bit of faith in the system, looking at the sporting side and how we change some things for them. And another thing I'm going to be hinging on is the fact that I hope the board do what's necessary, right, to keep, like, to just support him, because it's really not had any support, right? Do what's necessary to support him. If it means selling players that that needs to go, sell them. If it means players that are not on rest right now, sell them. The Brunos, the Garnacho, I don't even care. I mean, people say keep Maino, bro. I don't even care, man. I don't even care, bro. Like,
I mean,
I know I heard the Maino talk, but even the Garnacho talk, I bet the Garnacho is done. It feels like the two of them are. It's the Sancho, Ten Hag thing. It's the Rashford Ragnick thing. So it's one of them things. Jose Pogba thing. It's one of them. So it feels like every manager that comes in there's always saga between the player and the manager. So for me, I think but just sell and rebuild the squad. Just back him and let's see if he has it. If he has it, because it's looking like a Frankie De Boer remember Frankie De Boer for Crystal Palace. That's what it's looking like to me right now, man.
And Palace won the FA Cup this season. So
that's what it's looking like to me right now. Okay, let's get into this. This one's gonna be fast because I think we're gonna make it this particular section so Tess can actually do his own record keeping. Then next week, I believe he should be available to actually just do a roundup for us. Bournemouth, Leicester City. There's nothing to fight for Leicester. They are done. They should be going home. Getting ready for next season with life in the Championship. So, what do you think? Bournemouth, on the other hand, I don't think they're fighting for anything in Europe, though. Last time I checked, I don't think they are looking at anything Europe. Crystal Palace should be smiling right now because Crystal Palace found a way to find themselves in the Europa League, and which is big, which is good for them. So, but for Bournemouth, Bournemouth is in 11th place. I don't think they're looking to get anything out of this. So, what do you guys think?
Let me see. Who's the top goal scorer in the league? Is he going to chase that? Yeah, he ain't catching that.
It's Salah.
It's
Salah.
Salah. It's Salah 28. Yeah, no one's catching that to him. So it's probably going to be a 1-0 to Bournemouth.
1-0 Bournemouth. I would say I would like Bournemouth to take one half. To take one half. So I like Bournemouth to win in the half. What are you saying? I think yeah. Man like Los Blancos in the building.
Yeah. Big up, guys. I'm sorry I came in late, man.
Echo.
Yeah. Sounds like you're in a vacuum. Yo, Thomas is saying Bournemouth 3-1. Man, what are you saying?
Mark actually gave me this inspiration for this one on a PO one time. I'm gonna say Bournemouth to score a goal.
Bournemouth to score a goal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because Mark actually said it in one of his possible outcomes.
Yeah.
Or when the Newcastle Chelsea game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bournemouth to score a goal. Yeah.
Okay.
That counts, right?
Oh, this one is gonna be a good game. 4-1 Man City. Let me see.
That Bournemouth possible outcome counts, right?
Yeah.
Is it better right now?
Oh, that's good. Sounds good.
Perfect.
Sounds
Thank
so
God.
good, brother.
Ooh.
Okay. Bournemouth. I will go with Bournemouth actually. I think
Bournemouth to win, right?
Yeah, 2-0 for me.
Bournemouth to win 2-0.
And yeah, I would actually go with 2 goals in game, 2 goals plus.
Let me see. Man City, ideal. Is Man City safe? Bro, Man City is not safe, bro.
Man City is not safe. Man City is gonna win this.
Man City is not safe, bro, because all the way to Nottingham Forest. If Nottingham Forest win their game, I think the only thing Man City are not. Yeah, Man City, a draw will keep them good. A draw will put them. But that draw, because they have a better goal difference than the likes of Newcastle and Chelsea, who are on 66 points, 4th and 5th respectively.
Chelsea winning if Chelsea win the Conference League, is gonna mess up this ladder.
Of course it is.
I actually want to see that happen, you know.
I want Real Betis to win that though.
Hold on. If Chelsea win against Forest, that doesn't matter if they lose the Conference League or not, because they qualified for Champions League.
Champions League,
So
yeah.
it doesn't really matter.
That's why I want Real Betis to win. So
because that means they automatically qualify, so that spot in the table goes somewhere else. It goes to Villa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Because right now Villa on Europa League
spot. And Brighton goes up.
Brighton goes up too. So there's oh my god. Oh, Brentford needs to win and hope Brighton lose. Because Brentford has it's getting a lot of permutation and combination on that thing. And it's all aimed on Chelsea winning that Europa League.
Yes.
Okay. Thomas is saying Fulham with the 2-1 shock. Bro. Man City is not looking good for Man City though. Fulham, do you guys think Fulham will win this one?
Fulham did beat Liverpool. But
yeah, but I feel like I'm gonna go with Man City to take it off. Man City to take at least one half. No, they wouldn't lose that FA Cup. I think they won midweek though. Yeah, they won midweek. Yeah, they won midweek. So
that was awful game. That was.
I'll lean towards Man City on this one. Maybe a Man City or the draw. Fulham, they don't have anything to play for. I just leave this one there for Man City to take this one. Temba, you had your say already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, please
I
for
said
the
2 goals in game.
2 goals in game. Okay, let's go to the next one.
My turn.
Oh, your turn. Sorry, my guy.
Yeah. Who's making note of this, by the way? Is it Tesh? When you see
Test
the
it.
back?
That's why. I'm not. I'm just keeping it. Test is gonna make notes of this one.
What I'll do, I'll put it in the comment section just to remind Tesh as well.
Oh
What I'll
yeah,
put
yeah.
as well. For me, 2 goals. Yeah, 2 goals in game. Thank you.
2 goals in game. Okay. Ipswich Town, West Ham United. I feel like this is. I'm gonna go first. I feel like this is gonna be a both team to get on the score sheet on this one.
It's
Omo,
Ipswich Town win.
Ipswich Town win. Omo, let me get. What do you think about that Liam Delap guy? What do you think? He just in Paraventure United cannot get a joker. I know with all this fire sale that they're trying to do.
Liam Delap is I'm not calling him the next best thing, but it's the closest thing. I think he's what the team needed at this time. Because the way he plays football is just similar. I think he's better than Hoyland. That's the main thing, and his data is similar to Mateta, is similar to Gokares, and how he plays football is similar to them. It's another class of players. He's not. I will not call him the awesome man, but
Mhm.
other the Gokares of run with the ball, he can dribble here and there. Not we don't care about first touch. His passing is there, and that's about it. He knows how to strike the ball and not to get into those open spaces. But for me, now, it's not when I look at the data, not about the goals he scored, but the goals that like high movement to position the ball not getting to him. That's the data that I'm looking at,
But
and he
but
has that.
one thing people need to consider here is this, man. People are forgetting about the fact that Leon Delap plays for Ipswich Town.
Okay.
And the honest truth is this, man. The pressure at United, like you might say, there's no pressure at the club based on the fact that they're not playing well right now.
Yeah.
But the fact that 75,000 people would always be at Old Trafford, and that alone can actually mess anybody up. We saw the Bravka, a goalkeeper having like for Newcastle came to, we've seen it. And
I
honestly,
remember
for
that.
me,
Yeah.
this guy came into this club. They said they are going to be going to for the next best, the best in class. I'm sorry, man. Jan Delap, as much as I almost said, is better than Hoyland. I don't think if you say he's better, I don't think he's from here to Australia. No, I think he's also still developing. And if there's a chance whereby you could get someone like Gyökeres, get someone like Osimhen,
I think
do
that
the
ship has
deal.
sailed, Timber. Unless we saw
Oh,
Bruno
no,
or someone.
no,
Well,
no, I understand.
I want to respond to Tim, but let Timber finish.
I understand. But what I would say is this: the first time when this topic of Bruno being sold for 150 or 120, I had what many people were talking about. People were asking me stupid question of like, who is going to bring the 40 GA? And I said, like, Bruno takes penalty, takes corner kick, takes free kick. So why is people surprised he's having 40 GA? So you cannot just sell this guy. Because for me, I've been saying this for a very long time. I will keep saying it. Bruno, Kobe, Garnacho does not suit this system. If you want this manager to succeed, you need to get rid of any player. No, forget the fact that it might have influence in the club, but if it does not suit the system, get rid of those players and bring in the player that suits his system. Because I see people already talking about Amorim out, and I was like, man, bro, we are here again with this nonsense. Like somebody have not even getting, like, I will tell you guys, the club have failed Amorim. They failed him. They failed that guy. And the fact alone that they came out that he was ready to leave the club in January, they had to sit him down and he could see. And that was why I said promise was made to this guy and they did not do what they said. Because it crazy whereby someone would just leave Sporting, whereby he was doing well, to come to United. And January, they only brought in Dogu. Only Dogu. Now, look at the players that they are linking, they have been linked to. Leon Delap, Liam Delap is the same thing as Rasmus Højlund. Yes, he might have done it at Ipswich. We have seen strikers that played for little teams. We had Charlie Austin played for QPR. He was banging the goals here and there. Igalo was playing for Watford, banging the goal here and there. These guys are better than Rasmus Højlund. They are. But it does not mean that they should be playing for United. And the fact alone, whereby I don't know what is going on between Chelsea and United, there's this obsession going on, whereby any player Chelsea is being linked to, you see United also being linked to that player. I don't know.
Yeah,
Brother,
but
it's the reverse. It's the reverse. It's the reverse.
Listen. Let me tell you something. First of all, the Delap is to me. With the moment it said we are linked to Delap before the Europa League, I'm like the perfect signing. Because again, we are in a rebuild. Like I don't give me all this Gokures, this Osimhen. I do not want that. Like listen, they are good enough, but I do not want them at this club. I'm trying to rebuild from ground zero, and I need all these players gone. Another thing, this manager saying that he wants his players, I do not want to give him his players. Nope. Because again, like I said, you are the first step. You're gonna get fired. We're gonna bring somebody else that's gonna continue on. We're just gonna get good players and for you to coach them. Because again, us getting Cunha, you might use Cunha this way. I don't imagine my look at Cunha and use him a certain way. Because again, the way this manager is going, all our wingers, he's supposed to turn them into wingback. It's simple as that. Because again, we're not gonna get rid of all our wingers just to bring in wingbacks. Because the wingbacks are like they're a rare commodity. They're like you probably say like in the top football, there's probably like only 4 or 5 top wingbacks that you call on, and every other one they're not even good enough to be number 2. So my rebuild is slow. It's slow, but it's
Bro,
gonna get there. I don't want to rush and get the full step. And again, our
bro,
players need to get sold. Like us not winning Europa is a blessing. Because again, Bruno Fernandes, you gotta go. Casemiro, Casemiro can stay an extra year. Let him run his contract. Bruno gotta go. If they want to suck on Nacho, sell him. But Minor, nah. And that's what my
bro,
issue is with Amarin. Amarin doesn't know
bro.
to do with Mino and Casemiro, and that's where my issue lies with him so far.
You know what, Prof? What I'll say is this, man. If you look at the teams like Inter Milan, Bayer Leverkusen, that played this 3-4-3,
Even Palace.
you will get to understand that you need a specific kind of right back to play that position. You don't just choke anybody in there. When you look at DeMarco, the way he plays for Inter Milan, or Dumfries, or Frimpong, the way you see them play, you can tell that these guys, there's a reason why they call them right wing back, because you can actually see it, them executed on the pitch.
But the way I imagine want to use them is different though. Imagine doesn't like. I understand the type of wing back. Imagine wants inverted wing backs.
They need to
with
get
inverted
it.
foot.
They need to get it, but because I will tell you, Omo, like if you sit Amorim down right now, whereby the funds are there, I don't think Amorim will be telling you can get me on the lap. He's not stupid. He will not be telling you to get me on the lap. He knows.
But I'm telling you, Liam Delap data is similar to Gokares. It's similar to Gokares.
Temba, let me come in here. Temba, do you know Delap? Gokares was at Coventry, right?
I know.
When this manager took him on to Sporting, and did his work with him, right? So I'm okay. This is where I'm coming out. I'm thinking, okay, if he can do it with someone like that, and we have and they get. I'm not saying Diop is my first choice. Don't get me wrong. I've always wanted Gyökeres. I think maybe like 2 seasons ago, I've always wanted Gyökeres, right? But if they cannot get him for financial reasons, and we can lay our hand on Delap, and the manager said, you know what, he's not my first choice. Like you said, I don't think he's stupid if he says Delap is his first choice. But he agrees it's not my first choice. But he's young. He's got some attributes that is close to what I had when I got Victor, right? So I could actually, if you give me this guy, I could compromise by you giving me this guy. However, when it comes to the right wing back or left wing back or every other position or some other position that he wants, I want you to give me what I want. So to make this Delap guy, to make his transition a little bit smoother.
Yeah.
You understand? So
Yeah.
that's where I'm looking at it from, right? So because you could get to Gyökeres, Timber, you know it. It's not today. You've been watching United. You could get to Gyökeres and there is no service. And you and I will be having this conversation again. Like, we know Gyökeres is not bad. We know we'll be having this conversation and be nail it on here. Gyökeres, we know he's not bad. He's good. We can see his numbers, right? But it's the service. So for me, and I'm going to agree with what Prof is saying here. It's building from ground zero, right? So if you
all know, we all know these guys. You see, like Omar,
they're not ready. They're not ready.
They're not ready. Omar has been saying for a very long time.
Yeah,
like he said, and he has been spot on saying all this suffering they are going through right now has been something they should have done long time ago. 100. Like Rafnik came in here and said something. One thing that man said, whereby, see, tomorrow I will still keep respecting that man for it. The man said he could see it, and he said it's not cosmetic. You cannot just fix here, fix here, fix here. It says it needs open heart surgery. And if they had just listened to him, work with that guy, I don't think United will be in this position, because this guy came here and talked about 10 players that United should buy. The likes of your Alvarez. Alvarez has not even gone to Man City when he made mention of Alvarez.
Yes, but Temba, if at this time Alvarez is not the name that we know him to be, if at this time somebody was mentioning an Alvarez, right? You and I will be saying, why an Alvarez? Why?
Because this is why I'm saying that. Yeah. I'm talking about Rafnik. There's a reason why.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm saying, but
he has eyes. He has that eyes for talent, and Klopp even said it. You know, and this man is mentioned 10 names. The 10 players this man mentioned and suggested to United, that same summer, those 10 players were signed by clubs. They were signed by club. One of them was Manuel Akoji as well. What's his name? Enzo Fernandez as well.
Diaz was as well.
Yeah, there were many he mentioned. So he's not. I'm not saying about the. I'm talking about the fact whereby he can. He's a man whereby that sports talent.
But don't you think that we have a Vivel, we have men in there that have eyes as well? Just because there is no. The sample size is not that great, so we're thinking, okay, just shove them aside. Don't you think that these people are actually doing their best to fish out talent that they know, like just the way we are saying it now with Raf Rangnick, he has eyes for talent. Don't you think it's not just only Raf that's out there that have eyes for talent? There are people within this club that have eyes.
No. I don't think so, because I've seen some players, Christopher Vavela have signed for some clubs like Chelsea, some players he has brought in. But they will, like, what I'm trying to say here is this, Drex, is that, like, almost said something whereby I want to disagree when he said about you bringing the player for the club. And what I would say is bringing the player in for the club is a good thing, because you might end up sacking the manager and whatever. Then the player is still there, just like what we saw will happen with Ten Hag. But sometimes, if these guys went out there to go and bring in a manager who plays a different philosophy from the game or from the players United have currently, you want to back the manager up with his own player that will fit into the system.
No, but that's why Omar also said that Amorim can also be a stepping stone. So if his time is up, whoever they get next might, because on that with context, someone was saying that was he's seen this manager, he knows this manager has one style, which I was going to even question him about, right? That it could get to a point this manager might not be the one to take us over the line. So they need to get somebody that can take us over the line in terms of the Champions League, the Premier League, right? So at that point, it's a case of, okay, maybe the next manager can play the 3-4-3 system and also can adapt. If it needs to be, like we saw in the Europa League final, Ange had to adapt to get a win.
Man,
I think that was the context behind what Omar was trying to say when you says or get players for the money for the club as well, such that when you sack the manager, but I don't think he was saying outrightly saying disregard the manager's request. No. He's saying get players for this manager, and also that would suit the club's philosophy, such that if we have to sack this manager or if we have to cut ties with the manager at the end of his contract, right? Whoever you're getting next can do the same thing with the current system of play, and also tweak it to fit these players that we have. So it's like saying, let me give an example. It's like saying Amorim run his time and Inzaghi is still in the market, or was this guy that's going to Real Madrid now? Alonso is still in the market, right? These are players that are playing the 3-4-3, or even Glasner plays the 3-4-3.
Yeah, Glasner plays
and the club is like, okay, maybe Glasner can take us over the line. You might as well just say, okay, you know what, your contract has come to an end. You've steadied the ship. We need to take it up a notch, and we don't see you as someone that can take it up a notch. If you can't, we're just going to try you one season. If you can, fine. If you cannot, so be it. We get another player that can play the same system and can tweak it with what he has. I think that was what. Correct me or if I'm wrong. If you think
that's correct.
Okay. We go to you. We go to coach. We go to Omo, man.
Okay, so we're still sorry, yes. If you guys are saying almost says Ipswich to win this one. Man, what are you saying?
The champion is saying the old reliable go before 75.
How do you know, bro? I'm also going that direction as well.
I'm thinking both teams to get on the score sheet, and I think I would stay with that one. Both teams to get on the score sheet.
Hey, Temba.
Yeah, bro.
Guess how many PO? Guess how many 100% I've got this season?
6.
7.
7. Whoa.
I got 2 in I got 2 in a week.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Okay. Man. Liverpool. I believe.
Guys, Drex, let's move on. Liverpool win or draw. Let's move on, man. Come on.
I think. Prof, what are you saying?
Palace.
I think Palace win or draw on this one. I
just feel
like you know what? I'm just gonna keep it. I'm saying Palace to get a goal.
It's the battle of the birds.
Palace.
Palace
to get a goal. Newcastle, Everton. Newcastle need this win to secure this top 4. They don't want to be playing doing any maths in this one. They don't want to do any maths in this one. They want to secure this 3 point, get 69 points, and just know that, okay, you know what, we're done, we're good, we're good. Whatever happens beneath us, or whatever happens like with the Man City, we don't care. Whatever happens with the Chelseas, the Aston Villas, the Nottingham Forest, we do not care. We are good. So having said that, I would go with the Newcastle to take either half. But you see this Everton side, they are demons.
Man.
They can just sit down and be like, you know what? Nah, this is your party. You're gonna put a huge wrench in the wheels here for you. So it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be an easy game for Newcastle. But I just want to believe that Newcastle, they've got what it takes to at least a draw is not good. A draw is not good.
Available?
No.
It's not available?
Ooh.
Jesus.
It hasn't available for the past FPL.
A drop gives them 67 points. And if
they need a win. Yeah, put a win for them. Win for Newcastle.
I still believe that
these are desperation matches.
These are desperation matches, man.
This changes everything.
It's like a title decider, man. It's like a cup final for Newcastle.
And everybody won one as well.
It's like, man.
It's my turn, or is it your turn?
Yeah, it's. Temba, what were you saying? You're saying something.
I said I think Newcastle still have enough firepower to beat them even without Isak. But I'll go with a goal before 75.
Okay.
Hey.
Use that goal before 75. Use it very well, because this season, today is the last day we're retiring that option.
I've got a new option.
I've got a new option. I'll abuse it today then.
Was it your turn, Drex, or was it mine?
Your turn, because I said I feel like Newcastle will take an 1.5. Newcastle to win. Yeah.
I've got a new PO, just
Mhm.
testing it out because I'm the champion. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say Newcastle to score a goal.
Newcastle to score. Okay. Full time Everton. It's Newcastle 0, Everton 1.
Oh no, the Korean now. But yeah, Tesh, if you're listening, Newcastle to score a goal in game. Yeah.
Okay. Forest Chelsea. This is gonna be a very interesting game. A win for Forest gives them 68 points, puts them in the Champions League. Let me look at it again. Yeah. A win for Forest, 68 points.
Get the table
Puts-
up, man.
Yeah, they go ahead of Chelsea. That sends Chelsea back into Conference League because I feel like Aston Villa, whoever they're playing, they're going to win that game. So,
I call it StreamYard League.
it's going to be a tough one. What are you guys saying? I would go with both teams to get on the score sheet. You see this? You see both team right here? I don't even want them to be in Europe, but
So no, then yeah.
as
Let's
luck
go,
would
yeah.
have it, as luck would have it, they are both fighting to get Forest right now in Conference League setting, Chelsea Champions League settings. No, Champions League or Europa League. I think it's
What position are now?
no, they're in Champions League because of the whole 5
Yeah.
team can go into Europa Champions League. So Chelsea right now in Champions League settings. So Forest Conference League settings, they're there, 7th position, right? So if a draw for Forest is not good, a draw for Chelsea is good.
Can you imagine this? Imagine this scenario, yeah. If all the Champions League contenders all lost on the last day, that'd be hilarious.
Jesus. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
But then I realised, Villa play United, but that's gone out the window. So
Oh my goodness. In my heart in my inner man, let me not lie to anybody, right? I don't want Forest to go into Champions League.
what you got against Forest all of a sudden?
I
Is
don't
it
know,
bull
bro.
tax? What is it? Is it
Bro,
Nuno
I don't
tax?
know.
Is it Portugal?
I don't know.
Both teams needs a win, so both teams to score.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the best for me. Both teams need a win for both teams to get on the score sheet. Both teams to score. That's the thing for me.
But I want Forest to win.
I want Chelsea to win.
What are you saying?
I think Chelsea will win. I think Chelsea will win.
No, Chelsea they don't win this. They don't win the Conference League.
Win draw.
Who
Okay.
you got?
Win.
What's
Man,
people
what are you
saying?
saying?
I'm confused. I don't know. I'm in a bit of a pickle because I want to maintain my standards for the next season.
Don't worry, bro. You're already swept.
And there's little Drex trying to get involved in this. Big up little Drex. For me, last day of the season, there will be a goal. So I'm gonna say goal before 75.
Go before 75. Okay. Go
Yeah,
before 75.
that's where I'm at.
Go before 75. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Temba says Chelsea to win. Omo and I said both
Win or draw.
to score. Oh, Chelsea to win or draw. Temba says Chelsea to win or draw. Both team to score. That's the option. Myself and Prof went with. So yeah, this game I'll be looking forward to it.
No, yeah.
I just it would be wild if Chelsea win the Conference League, they go into the Europa. Is that the case?
That is correct. And they've never lost in Europa. So it's really for them. They've won it twice. They've been there.
You know what? I like them to play Europa again. So let's
Hey, you know what? I can't even fault them because at least they'll be in Europe and we won't be.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I know we don't know being here, so that's why I'm looking at who's better to just have something shitty as well, you know. So
Who's
let's
Arsenal
go.
playing, by the way? Oh,
Saturday.
speak of Arsenal. Okay. Can I go first?
Go on.
I'll go Arsenal to score a goal.
I go with Arsenal to win this one. with a team total of 2+.
Then I'll go with 2 goals in game. Yeah, 2
Mhm.
goals.
Hey, Drex.
Yeah.
Arsenal to score a goal is okay, yeah, right?
Arsenal to
That-
score a
is it-
goal. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. That's the new one for next season, ladies and gentlemen.
Inspired by Mark N.
He actually is, and he can't even do a hot tip challenge, but here we are.
Omo, what are you saying? This one is an easy one for Omo.
You just say Southampton 1-0.
Arsenal win.
Straight up. Temba, I think it's Arsenal win for you as well.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. I say 2 goals in games. Don't just go with Arsenal.
Brighton, Tottenham. Brighton have, like we were saying earlier when the show started, Brighton have some sort of hope to get into Europe. If
Tottenham will be celebrating, man. They ain't care about this game. They're in Champions League. They ain't give a damn. They can lose 5 minutes and still be parading the trophy around.
so, what you saying? I think I'm just gonna go with Brighton to score.
I'm going to say goal before 75. I think there'll be
Temba, what
goals
you
in this
saying?
game.
Oh man.
Temba, what you join?
I'll go
75.
with 2 goals in game. 2 goals in game.
Oh,
2 goals in game.
2 goals in game for
is
them.
Thomas.
Okay, Thomas saying 1. Thomas is saying 1-1 Southampton Arsenal. Oh,
You never know. It's Arsenal.
Southampton are stubborn though. They gave Man City a tough time.
They want to
Stubborn,
leave the
so
Premier League or something, innit? That's what it
they
is.
just don't leave, man. They're leaving all the biting and all the hard fight. They're leaving it towards the end of the season, bro. They needed to do that during the season.
How many games are left?
Next game is the Wolves Brentford.
Ugh, stinky.
Thomas, the Europa Champions to win. That's the Tottenham Brighton game. He's saying Tottenham to win that one.
I'm taking the banter, man.
Tottenham to win that one. You bro, they deserve to be. If he's a Spurs fan, he deserves to be in Cloud9 right now because this season was dead for both teams, man. You know, and from the table, the deadest one, the one with the most, the one with no bone at all, actually won something.
Oh.
So that's from the table. Okay, so
Has best of enemies dropped yet?
yeah, I don't think so.
I'm waiting for
Wolves, Brentford. Thomas is saying 2-2 draw. I am going to go with these are the kind of games that I don't.
Say
these
like
are the kind of
5-0
games that
Wolves or
I'm
something.
gonna
innit?
go with one of those games that Wolves will just come out and be like, let's give our fans something to take.
Oh
home.
no. Best of enemies has dropped 17 minutes ago.
It's gonna be
Good luck,
interesting.
KG. Good luck, KG. And
Oh,
Robbie.
the cooking.
Hey,
on
expressions,
grill.
man. You know what? He deserves it. The pain he went through, he deserves it. I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
Can't lie.
Both teams together. Both teams together on the score. It's double digits. No. Brentford.
Oh,
Brentford win or draw.
wait a
Let me
minute.
take
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Don't Robbie style. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Brentford, because I'm just saying Wolves. No, give me Brentford win or draw.
You get Brentford win or draw, yeah?
Brentford win or draw.
Wait a second. Come back.
This game just feels like a draw, man. It feels like a draw. But I'll go with a goal before 75.
Where am I go? Irma dropped. We'll see Irma next season is paying for that. 70. You get 75 Temper, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'll match it. Go before 75.
Okay. United, Aston Villa. I'm not going to waste my time on this one. Give Aston Villa 2 goals. Aston Villa team total 2 goals, man. You're not serious. United are not serious.
I agree.
The players are in vacation mood. I hope
Already.
Bruno takes. I hope Bruno takes the whatever deal is on the table from the, because you won't get. He's saying he will get it again. You won't get it again, bro.
No, man, you're not. You're
Take the
not.
money and go, man.
Next season, if he plays well for United, the thing is with Bruno, I'm thinking about it, right? Fine. One part of me, which is before the Europa League, was saying, if we get to the Europa League, 100 million. Relax. Okay. The 100 million, we might use it to be able to maybe get one or two players with what they already have at the bank or whatever investment. And I knew they were going to sell Garnacho. They were going to sell him. So
hold on a minute. Wait. I just realized something. Grex, me and you had this discussion on the socials saying we should sell. I told you vehemently in January we should sell Garnacho. And I got ridiculed on Steve saying, "What are you selling Garnacho for?" Now you know.
Sorry. Before I jump in, you were saying something about what Garnacho said about the game. Now, one thing, we are very too quick to criticize players without even considering our own feeling as well.
No, but did you listen to what we said on the stream?
No, I listened to what you guys did at first. Then before I jumped in, because I was going to have my say on that incident that happened.
But what did you hear us say? What did you hear?
When he came back after the game, saying something about the game after the game.
Yeah.
And what I would say is this, man. At that point in time, this guy he has every right to be angry. And what is said, he might have looked like he was directing it to the manager, but the kid is just saying how he felt on that time. And if you're somebody that actually puts yourself in his shoes first and look at it and say it this way, like there were times whereby Mason Mount was not available, Ahmad was not available, Garnacho was playing games Thursday, Sunday, Saturday, even getting the insult of him being crap, but he kept giving his all. And for me, for Garnacho to just play only 19 minutes in that game, I'm sorry, man. It's something whereby
2 minutes.
You just see.
Kobe played 2 minutes.
No, but
Temba
Temba
talking the loudest. Kobe.
All three of us actually said that it was on Amorim, some level of disloyalty.
But do you think he was right? What is said?
Oh yeah, I feel it was right. For me, I don't know about anybody. I feel it was right. Like
okay.
I feel it was right. It's just, and I said maybe the timing, and which could also be, if you take that time out of it, if he had calmed down and said, okay, it's done, he wouldn't have said it. But what he said is what he felt. And you cannot really question people how they feel. And it wasn't out of place, bro. It wasn't out of place. Like, he didn't really say anything towards the manager. He just said we had a bad season. I played, or I was available, almost played in the team, the games that brought us this far. And only to get 19 minutes. Fine, I know Manj is saying Kobe did not speak. Kobe should be speaking the loudest, but
no,
I don't think they interviewed Kobe. They actually
from the day one. From the day one.
What I'm saying is like sorry to cut you guys off. But what I'm gonna say is he should have spoken, but I actually applaud him for not saying it, because you know how the old-fashioned Reds turn against Pogba and Rashford and everything else.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's good that he didn't speak, but if I was him, I would have said something. But shouts to him.
But you know what, March, what is this, man? You know, all these journalists, they are very, very intelligent. They know.
Not really.
And they know how Garnacho was going to feel on that day. They knew the kid would not be happy just to get 19 minutes. Just like I was doing the game, I was saying this game is crying for Garnacho. Because I saw it. He immediately came in, the game changed. Yeah, when him and Zexi came on the pitch. But for me,
I personally believe that
I don't have a problem not starting him in the game. But I believed that at least he should have had in the first half. In the second half, he should come in immediately. He should. For me, I'm not surprised he started Mason Mount. I'm not surprised. And Was it
He does make
justified to
some
start Mr. Mount? Yes, because Mr. Mount scored 2 goals against Bilbao. No matter what people want to say, no, the game was won already. It doesn't matter anything. And I said it on the stream. I said, the way I see him playing Mr. Mount, I will not be surprised if Mr. Mount plays in the final. Now, was that a good decision or a bad decision? I don't know. But for me, like Amorim did a lot of mistakes that day. A lot of mistakes.
You know what's crazy?
That day.
Before the game started, and it's funny. That's why I'm not really going on the Mason Mount thing, because before the game started, a lot of people were putting out their starting 11, and I saw Mount in the 11.
Imagine.
And I'm shocked. I'm like, why is Mount in the 11?
Do you know why? They did that
starting-
because he scored 2 goals against Bilbao and everybody got hyped up about it. That's what it was.
Bro, man, listen to this now. I saw him in the 11. A lot of people, and I even created my 11. I'm like, yeah, I won't put. Some people were saying put Mount in the number 9 and all of that. I'm like,
I'll put
Mount
Kobe
in
in
the
there.
11, like play the first 9. I'm like, no, I wouldn't even play the first 9. I wouldn't put Mount up front. If there's going to be a Mount, it's going to be in the 10 role, and I will put Ahmad on the wing back, because I will keep saying it. People, I don't know. I'm not a coach, but I will keep saying it. Ahmad plays better when he's the wing back, not the
I
10.
agree.
Mhm.
Not the 10.
Yeah, I agree,
I've
man.
said it, and
I agree.
I said
Honestly,
I will put Ahmad
like,
at the wing back. And if I want to put
just-
a Mount, I'll put a Mount on the 10 on the left side, or whatever side you put a Mount. But start Garnacho. Garnacho has to start. Send Bruno in the midfield with either Casemiro or Ugarte. But a lot of people were putting Mount in the 10, and now the man started Mount in the 10. And it's the same people that were crying, oh, why is Mount? Why did the Mount start? I'm like, yo, what do you guys want?
Oh, yeah.
This
I
fan
see your
base,
fan
man.
base is
Oh.
also part of the problem, man. Honestly.
I'm like, what do you? Okay, fine, the man got it wrong, but what a lot of you are actually putting Mount in the 10, play him in the first 9, put him in the 10,
Yeah.
play him in the first 9, put him in the 10. I'm like, okay, the man did put him in the 10, which is an actual role Mount can play, and not the first 9, because if you put Mount in the first 9 and the game turned out the way it did, everybody was like, oh, Mount should have been in the 10.
Mhm.
And the man put Mount in the 10. I'm like, and I'm seeing everybody bringing out their whip and flogging him for that. I'm like, what do you guys want? Like,
Isn't it
what do
pleasing
you
people,
guys-
man?
It's crazy, man. Just crazy. It's the fan base, man.
A lot of
Honestly.
people say put Garnacho on the bench, let him impact the bench. Game ended 1-0 in favor to Tottenham. Oh, why didn't Garnacho start? I'm like,
That's you should start him.
It
I was
is,
upset
yes.
that we lost. I was upset that we lost. I was really, if you call Tess will tell you, I said a lot of things in telephone to Tess. I was upset. I was pissed. I was asking questions. I knew there was not going to be answers, right? But when I saw these guys make this comment, I went back. I'm like, is it the same person that was saying start Mount in the 10? Is it the same person that was saying put Garnacho on the bench? Is it, are you, okay, you know what? My anger just left. I'm like, yo, what do you guys want?
You know what I should do?
Man,
After on
crazy, man.
Sunday, we should have because obviously we were in the same group chat, innit? We still have a conference call on what do you call it? See how we feel about the game. That would be much better than streaming because we'll have time then.
No,
innit?
but if on that final test score, like I was like, I'll give you a snippet. Amorim should get out. If I catch
Did you see my
Amorim-
message to you? What I said to you? I said
said,
everybody gone.
Yeah. I said Amorim should get out. I don't want to hear his name right now. All the players did. In fact, if I could
They must
press
get out.
disappear, I would press disappear. All of them should get out. Tesh was trying to he was trying to reason. I said, Tesh, don't bother. Don't reason with
Trying to
me.
be the middle ground, and the
If
peacemaker.
you just want to see me, also you get that as well.
I said, everybody should. I said, don't try to reason. He said I know. Tesh was trying to reason with me. Tesh was trying to give me point because later in the evening he called and he was trying to give me pointers like, okay. I'm like, yo, bro, but why? Why do this? Why do that? Why do this? I'm like, then we talked about the Garnacho thing and he was like, yeah, he understands why Garnacho, but Garnacho shouldn't have said it. I'm like, yo, man, I was upset.
You should say-
But when I
you
start
should
looking
say-
at people saying, oh, he shouldn't have started Mount, I'm like, no, hold up. When I saw most of you line up, Mount was in the 10 role.
Last one's on the 10. So
Mount
what
was
are
in
you
the
guys saying
10
right now?
role.
They're backtracking, innit? That's what they're doing.
Ahmad was in the number 10 role. I was part of the few people that says put Ahmad at the wing back.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I went and said give Ahmad on the right wing back. This is what I said. Put Ahmad on the right wing back, put Dalot on the left wing back. If it's not working, then you take Dalot off and bring what's that boy's name? Dogu.
Yeah.
Because I knew Dogu was coming into this game with some poor run of form, you know? So give somebody that's like a Dalot maybe a first 45, 50 minutes, you know? And let's maybe point out a 10 or 2 for Dogu when he's coming on and say, okay, this is what you need to do better. So Dogu can actually, because he's a young kid, he can actually come in. But it
Like
turned
I
out
felt well.
it turned out
I
that
felt
Dogu and Lenny were one of the two persons that the two people that actually showed up.
Honestly, the Dogu, man, like that game, I think it was Dogu, Lenny Euro, and Casemiro for me. Those 3 guys for me. But my player of the match that day was Euro. Then Euro was just, man, that guy was played really well in that game.
For me, the manager, the players, the fans, everybody need to come to an agreement and say, this is what we want and this is what we will do. When I mean the fans, I'm not saying you have to get each fan. No, just get, you know what I mean? Because we cannot be saying one thing and the manager does it, or the manager by default just does it without even listening to us. And it didn't.
This is why their fan base are divided. They'll never agree.
Yeah, and it did not go our way, and we are cussing her. Bro, it did not go our way. It like one guy was talking to. He said United, it didn't go United's way that day. Spurs just decided to play a negative football, and United could not get anything against them. And I agreed with him. I'm like, yo, yeah, I agree with you. United did not just, because the players that started the game, other than Garnacho, who I felt should have at least had one role to play in maybe in the number 10 and put Ahmad to the wing back, right? If you want to play Mount with Garnacho. Because Mount knows how to do it. It's interchanging with his striker. He knows how to play. So that's not a problem with me, right? But not starting, there was no. So when you put Ahmad on the wing back and you play Mazraoui behind him, like the Mazraoui part of the 3 centre back, bro, I don't think there would have been a problem. Luke Shaw, in my opinion, bro, should not have seen bench, let alone start
the game. Man,
Euro was doing fine in that left back position, or left what they call it, left centre back position. The Euro was doing fine before the injury or before that knock he picked. Euro was doing fine against Bilbao. Euro was influential, navigating, finding his way in the final third of that. So for me, that was not. So I don't know why the guy tinkered, and that was one of my biggest problems. Why were you tinkering with the squad? Why were you trying to do a pep in the final against Chelsea? You know, so it is what it is, bro. They would all learn from that lesson. I believe the owners of the club, if they've not learned anything, or the new owners, the co-owners, they would have learned something from that game. The manager would have learned something from that game. And just to say this, I feel like whilst people are saying the manager is too stubborn with his approach, he should be flexible a bit. I feel like the manager, I just have to believe that the manager is flexible. But if you don't have the core principle, how do you tweak it? What are you tweaking? If you don't have your foundation.
You're trying to say he doesn't have the capacity?
No. If you don't have your foundation, if you're building a house, right?
Yeah.
Now you put your foundation down. Now, if your foundation is solid, right? I feel like even with the plan, even with your blueprint, even with your plan, right? I feel like you could tweak a little bit of things here, maybe put the windows here or the doors here or something. You might actually tweak the plan, but so long as the foundation is setting, is solid, then you could do any tweaking. Because if there's no foundation, what are you actually tweaking? So that's what I feel like. The manager wants these guys to understand this 3-4-3 system, such that if it's not working and they tweak, and maybe the opposition decide to have an answer for that tweak, it could actually go back to his 3-4-3, right? And maybe catch those guys off guard. And so you have, that's how I feel. I feel like it's not he's been stubborn is to say, let my players understand my philosophy first. Then we can build blocks on that. That's how I feel.
But I don't think he'll get time. I don't think he'll get that much time, you know.
And that's the problem, man.
See out his contract. You can see out his
contract. No. Let me guys. What I'm trying to say, I hear what Jake's saying, but United and this fan base,
Yeah,
this
I
fan
get your
base
point. I get your point.
were let this
Because
thing
because
because
like
of what
you're
happened
saying,
this
man,
season,
it's
and
not
because
about you. You're talking about other fan base, and you're spot on. But the next
here's
truth
the thing,
is,
here's the kicker now, Tesh. Let me land, and I'll let you go.
no,
You know
go
how
on. Go on.
before fans were saying, "Oh, we're gonna give him 10 games next year," right? I think they're looking at pre-season already to see how
How he copes.
if he didn't play. This isn't me, by the way. It's the fans that give him the 10 games. The Ten Hag the Amarim doubters. Let's just say, I reckon they're going to be looking at pre-season very closely. And if he didn't play the style that suits the Amarim doubters, that's when they're going to be starting doubting the manager, and that's when the chaos would ensue from then. So we'll see what happens. I said what I said. I'll give it one more season.
And
See how it
I'm with
does.
you on that one. I'm with you on that one
And
for sure.
let's see what happens. Temba, in case you missed it earlier, I said to Drex and Omar, I want to give it one season, see how it goes. And
With Amorim.
and Amarim, yeah, I'm Amarim out, just for the record. But I just want to see how he does next season. If he goes to pot, he can go at the end of the season, and I would be dead against him going 10 games in like Ten Hag did, because that's just gonna set us back 18 months more. So let's see. If either he goes now in the summer or next summer. That's where I'm at.
Like it's only fair. Like we saw Pep missed one player because it's crazy whereby after that game against City Man in United, I saw what the likes of Gary Neville said about that game. And I asked myself, I said, we had a manager who we know they've not been really good the entire season. And we have another manager in Pep who is coaching a team and just spent 150 million pounds in January. But yet again, the pundit, Gary Neville, decides, no, we are not going to talk about Man City that have spent 150 million pounds in January to bring in more players, and they are still playing crap. We are going to go
but here's the thing,
against Manchester
Temba.
United.
Here's the thing, Temba. They've actually won stuff. They have leeway. They actually won trebles on 4 in a row. They can do that one more season. That's where.
Yeah, we know, we know, man. It's not easy because it is every fans I've seen for Sporting Lisbon, they said it, they called it out. Whereby on some streams, they said that it's not going to be easy. If you want this manager to succeed, get rid of players he does not want, bring in players, and you have to be patient. Because in Sporting Lisbon, people did not really know how long it took Amorim to be successful.
And I heard he almost walked out. He almost walked out on Sporting Lisbon after the third game. Tesh was telling me that he heard that he almost walked out after the third game.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he almost walked out after the third game for Sporting Lisbon. And Sporting Lisbon, you know what? Sit down. Okay, what do you want? We'll give you a brother. Whatever you want, we'll do.
I'll clocked him now. I'll clocked him. It's reverse psychology. Say like you got crap internet, right? And you want to leave, like Sky or something here in the UK.
He's a coach. He's a guy that knows his words, man.
Temba, what it is? I figured them out. Out. This is a good tactic from Amman. So like you got a crap internet, right? And you want to leave the company. And he said such and such is offering me this much for X a gigabyte, whatever. I'm going there. And then they're gonna lower the price for you and give you more bandwidth, whatever. And make sure you stay with the company.
Everything is good.
Exactly what Amron's doing at Sporting and with us. I hear it. It's decent negotiate. It's decent still. I can't lie.
Because I heard that, I'm like, okay, if Sporting
people believe.
Yeah, go ahead, Timber.
People believe that if Amorim gets sacked today, if he gets sacked, and that is it, that is Ten Hag about to get a job for Bayer Leverkusen. Ten Hag is about to get a job for Bayer Leverkusen. I would say it here: if Amorim gets sacked today, it does not mean that Man City will not come for him tomorrow.
No, Man City will not come for him.
Match. No,
Hey!
Tesh, they
Yes.
will. Tesh, big up to you. They
Yes.
will.
Big up, man.
You know why they will?
What,
They
bro?
will because they know
Are you
he's a
still at
good
work?
coach.
Yeah, I didn't go to the office, but I'm home. But I had what they called a huge report to do for my for senior leadership, so I had to stay behind to finish
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So
But
me,
the
I
idea
believe.
starts from the game one.
So what?
You don't start on game one.
No, no.
Honestly, man, Tesh, like the way Amorim is, man.
Yes,
Before he
bro.
came to United, it was being discussed at Man City.
Yeah.
Like we all of course cannot argue that the fact that this guy's not a, is a we saw it that he's a good coach. We
Yes.
saw it that his system works. We saw it. But the thing
But
is this, man. It's just that the players are not good enough. I don't think Man City or any club out there like a Dortmund, Leipzig would just look to themselves and say, no, it was crap. It's not good
no,
enough.
no,
We
no,
won't
no.
anywhere
Yeah,
near him.
they won't. I think it would be a poor analysis. What I think Man City will do is that they might probably, you know what, let him go to another club and let's see, right? But because they won't want to hire him straight away. Imagine Ten Hag. Ten Hag is also a good coach. I'm not sure if Drex mentioned it here, right? Ten Hag is an excellent coach, a coach that is different from Amarin, right?
Mhm.
Ten Hag is a dynamic coach, and I think I heard which is it Leipzig? I'm not sure,
Yeah. No, it's the Bayer Leverkusen.
but by
Leverkusen,
yeah,
yeah.
Leverkusen, they are. I think it's in talks to get what they call it, the job
The
as well.
job.
Yeah, so everyone knows like United is the problem, but they will still want to evaluate and say, let's not just take this. Let's give him probably a year or probably a couple of months. So I think they will just take him like that. But Amorim for sure is an excellent coach. He will need he needs a stable environment. Where we are right now is so unstable, and for him to perform, oh, bro, he needs a long, long, long time for him to actually perform.
That's why I say people need to be patient, man. Because when Sporting fans, when they talk about it, they said you just need to just be patient because it will take time. And
Bro,
I remember this guy saying it after the 4-0 against Everton. People
yeah,
were
he said it.
screaming,
He
Amorim
said
ball
it.
is here.
He said
Amorim
it. He
ball
said,
is here. He said, no, bro.
the accident is still waiting to happen in
He
front.
said the storm is still going to come. So
He said that-
if he said so and you are seeing it, I'm not surprised because the guy, I mean, even when you were playing, you were winning, he was still telling you guys, man, this stop, it's gonna come.
You know why?
It's a
And
tornado now.
and that's why that's why I have faith in Amarim. Because when we've had those wins, right, even the wins in the Europa League, right, you will see, you will say it. Like, to me, there was an element of luck in some of these wins. It's like you just had that luck and it happens, right? So it's not a system-driven win, right?
10 men as well.
Exactly from his perspective. And to me, I love that honesty. Like, imagine Ten Hag. I'm not saying Ten Hag is a bad coach, but Ten Hag will like tell you, you know what? We played, we won. You see, we had a we had a
We had the SG. Yeah.
exactly.
This guy was crazy.
Oh man, hey, that guy said a lot of stuff, man. Ten Hag. My
Where's he
God.
going next? Is it Leverkusen?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
Ten Hag had to-
Leverkusen.
I think Ten Hag
Leverkusen,
reacted.
8 lungs, let's go.
It's between him and it's between him and Cesc Fabregas, but I think Ten Hag is going to take it anyway.
Why would Fabregas want to leave Cosmo? They are rich. Though.
Costco.
They are really serious about him, man. Bayer Leverkusen and Leipzig, they want Cesc Fabregas, but I think he wants to actually work with Como because Como does have the money, but I think they don't have the fan base to go out and just splash out money anyhow.
Okay.
But Leverkusen are really interested. Like the reason why they've not even given Ten Hag the job already, because Ten Hag has already agreed. But the reason why they've not given the job to Ten Hag is that they are waiting to see if Cesc Fabregas is going to be able to come to the club. Then, as it is right now, I think Ten Hag will get it because I don't think Cesc Fabregas is going to leave.
But bro, this is madness though. How will you probably want to give Fabregas a job over Ten Hag?
That's what I was about to say. That,
because they saw what he did with Como. That's what he did with Como. He saw what he did with Como.
Brother, what did he do with Como? Let me even go and look at that Como. Let me see a Como. Let us see what did he do with Como that is making.
When you're looking at the Como, look at the players he was playing with.
Yeah.
Look at where he brought the club from, and in his first season. In his first season, with limited resources.
Okay.
His first season in Serie A, 10th is something.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's not something, but if I were them, right, it's almost the same thing Real Madrid did with Alonso. Yeah.
I'm buying a company.
If I was them, I'd be like, you know what? Let's give that guy one more season in the Italian league. Let's see what happens. You know? Let's see what happens, what he does with them. Because he could come to Bayern Leverkusen right now, right? And the pressure might just be too much.
He wants to stay as well. He wants to stay back at Como, but I just
feel like he should stay back at Como, build another season with them, right? And take it up, build another season. There's you already know there's interest in you right now. So what do you want to do? You want to build more such that it's not only the likes of the Liverpool. Even Arsenal can look at him like,
I was gonna say Arsenal, yeah.
Yeah, this is one of our best players back then, right? So if this guy is doing well, let's get him. Arteta might be au revoir, arrivederci.
Spaniard.
Yes, you know that kind of thing, and it's just an Arteta might be eyeing something else, So build. It's not because I want to see Ten Hag back in the coaching scene, but it's because I'm saying to Fabregas, like, take one more season, build with Como. Now you like what Temba is saying, they didn't really have the players to actually do all of that. Now go into the next. You can actually say, okay, I brought you guys up. We intend to position. Let's see if we can get to Europe next year. By doing so, we need to buy XYZ. We need to invest. Forget about the fan base, but we need to invest wisely on the playing staff and see where we get to in Europe, right? Put our name there and all of that. So by so doing, you're building your CV as well. So not just the likes of Leverkusen and Leipzig, also the guys from the Premier League can be looking at you, So, but whatever they decide, it's their choice. I just hope that Ten Hag gets the job and we get to see Ten Hag back and let's actually.
All I'm gonna say to that is, I didn't normally hate watch managers like that, but if he does, I'm supporting everybody except Leverkusen, man.
Are you serious? I actually want Ten Hag to because I think he's a good coach.
We know he's a good coach, Tesh, but that guy, what did he do at United? No, man, he's unfucking like what that guy did. Like when you look at it,
okay, bro, let's break it down. What did Ten Hag
he
do?
sold, allow De Gea go and go get Onana, who's a
that's one, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Rasmus Højlund. Signing Rasmus Højlund for 72 million.
But that's not him. But that's not him.
Anthony.
Because even Atalanta said they don't. Even Atalanta said they don't know how the United paid that fee because the evaluation was not that. That was not. And even for Rasmus, I'm just telling you, even for Rasmus, Ten Hag had the belief that they were going to get a senior striker. So I've told Tesh before, that deal of 72 million for a young kid, there must be money, handshaking, them type of hands.
Let me say, there's money laundering.
Now what it is?
Bro, there's envelopes, brown envelopes going underneath the table. Like, yo, do this for me. There's brown envelopes going underneath the table.
And remember also, the reason why I said Ten Hag with Rasmus. Do you know Rasmus is from SXG, from his agency as well?
Yeah.
Remember, forget about the SEG or XSG thing. When Rasmus came in his first season, he for the numbers he put for a young kid who has not played in the Premier League for, he delivered. Not like delivered. It was a good number. It was an okay number that we as fan base could work with. We were looking for
16 was a good number.
You say again?
16 games about a goal was a good number.
Last season?
I think he had a total of he had a double digit last season.
No, he was 16. 16 goals.
16 goals. 16 goals without a game. He went as well.
16 goals.
Yeah.
About
16 goals
16
games without a game. Without a
16
goal.
games without a goal. He went.
No, yeah,
Twice.
but in all competition, right? In all competition, I think he put in his first season, he put was it a 16 GA or 18
It
GA?
was 16 goals. He scored 16
Yeah,
goals.
16
I know he
goals,
scored
yeah.
16 goals. 16.
So no, but what we are saying is for a young striker that did not even get his time like that in Atalanta and came to a United side with all the quote and unquote pressure, right? He got that amount of goals. When we knew, we as fans, let's not kid ourselves. We as fans knew that that guy was not the starting guy. That guy was not supposed to be the main guy. We knew that because there were talks of Hurricane and all the likes and all of that. Even when we get a young striker, we're still going to get an experienced head. But the Glazers just were getting an experienced head, getting an experienced drag. We all knew Tottenham was not going to sell to you. Why don't move away? Go look for somebody else.
I said it.
They dragged that, so it was on the board. They dragged that until the window shut and put the kid in the firing line, right? Because we know what it is. Fans will end up saying, "Okay, whilst we know you're not supposed to be number one, but you're there, you have to deliver," right? It is what it is. It is what it is. You can on the one hand, you could blame with the fans. On the other hand, you could actually understand why they were doing what they like. So it is what it is. With that, but so that's what for the Rasmus. So that's why when people going to Rasmus, I'm like, you're doing overkill now if you're trying to be oblivious of the fact that you once said and you once understood that this particular boy was not supposed to be the one leading the line. That was put on him by the board, not by the football club, the owners, and not even the manager. Because the manager did not have an option. The Martial that we were looking at, was going to be a substitute for the game. Martial went.
Even bro, let's forget Tenag. I'm worried about corner. It doesn't have an option now.
It doesn't even have an option. There's no second striker.
Gosh.
No, let's dip it. You think if there was a senior second striker that this guy would be playing week in, week out, and like what man is saying, going games without goals? No, bro. But that's not to his defense, though. But that's what it is. That was the scenario we had.
That's the reality of the situation.
Yeah, that's it. So on the one hand, you can understand the situation. On the other hand, you can understand the frustration from the fans. So it's coming to an equilibrium. I'm saying, you know what? Whilst I'm doing this, and I know is this, let's just find a balance. Let's not overkill. Let's not overkill, because that's with the Rasmus thing. That's it. I'm done with that Rasmus thing. If they want to sell Rasmus tomorrow, you won't catch me crying. But don't go get a kid, or don't go get an experienced striker, just one, go into the season with one striker.
We need
even if it's a Jokeres that will give you 70 goals, and they write it on his forehead, and the soothsayer said, it's only Holy Spirit that will tell me and say Jokeres will score 70 goals, that I will go into the season and say, okay, I agree. But if it's good, and you go into a season with just one striker, and when there's a chance that injury could occur, and that you might just be one injury to his ankle, and that's it, 4 months gone.
Yeah.
And you're telling me I should be okay? No, I won't be okay with that. So you better keep the Rasmus and get his Jokeres. Just that in case something happens, we don't hope anything happens. The Jokeres can be managed.
God, I beg you, forget Jokeres.
What's your possible outcome on that happening, though?
My possible outcome on that happening is Arsenal is already going for Sesko, right? Liverpool has sorted out a bit. Man City sorted out a bit. The likes of Real Madrid, I don't know if they're looking towards that guy. Timber will tell us.
No, Gyökeres. No, yeah. They are not. We are looking for midfielders.
I think those guys that sorted out a bit. It's the likes of Chelsea that we should be worried about, because if Chelsea comes into that race and Chelsea secures Champions League football and it comes into that, the guy will suit Chelsea.
Yes.
If Arsenal is, go ahead.
Full screen. My name.
Quick. Yeah,
full screen. My name.
I know he's your boy, bro. I know he's your boy.
That's my boy, man.
Yeah, I know he's your boy, and you'll be so excited if he comes. And I was saying it on Papi's stream like 2 seasons ago. And like when everybody laughed, even if not for anything, get me that guy with his Bane Mark celebration. And everybody was
lie to you, Dex. Like, yeah, I'm gonna lie to you, Dex. As a City fan, local team, I've always said that I'm looking forward to him to just playing at a higher level
Yeah.
wherever he goes. But we might have a conversation if we go to Liverpool. But here we are.
No, I don't. I think Liverpool are sorted out. I think Liverpool are sorted out in terms of. I don't think Liverpool are linked. I don't think Liverpool are linked to him at the moment, but I just feel like Liverpool are not looking at his side right now. But so if that
the only forward Liverpool are looking at is Isak.
Yeah.
But with what he's getting done already. It's only
that leaves us with maybe Newcastle looking at Gyökeres as so United can go in and be like, you see,
wherever you go, I'm looking forward to seeing him playing. He's my guy, man.
I like the guy, bro. And I will say it again. If not for anything, the boy bangs goals, and if not for anything, you see that celebration. Oh my god!
Even if he gets to Arsenal, I'm here for it, man. I want to see how he plays.
That celebration is close to that Rasmus's celebration. It's just that Rasmus does not score goals week in, week out to make that celebration a thing.
Rasmus is like Anthony.
Now Rasmus is like fake Undertaker for wrestling when he does the throat slash. That's fake Undertaker.
No, but so that's how I feel with the striker.
Yeah,
so don't get me only Gyökeres, and maybe you let Rasmus go to Juventus, Inter, or wherever the case may be, and you're banking on Gyökeres and you let go because he delivered 60 or 40, 50 goals in all competition for Sporting. You're gonna divide that by 2, and you just hope he gets. No, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. If you want, get another. If you're not going to be selling Rasmus, fine. Just get that guy and let Rasmus. It might be Rasmus. It might be Delap. So nobody should come and say, "Okay, Dress, you like this guy?" Yeah. No, don't put everything on this guy. And if you're going to get this guy, if so be it, you get this guy. Don't just leave it at that, because this guy is not just going to find his own. He's not going to find his own creativity. They need people that will need to walk the ball for him. And going into the preseason and going into next season, these are the things I want to see Amorim do. If a player is supposed to pass the ball to a striker, right, and the player is taking his own decision, shooting from a weird angle, even if he scores a goal, just call him to the side. I'm like, bro, I don't want to see you do that thing again. I don't want to. You need that striker, because that striker, I did not buy that striker to just be celebrating with you when you score goals. I bought that striker. No, truth be told,
I hear it still.
All of these things that they do on the pitch, I'm like, Tess and I, we talk about it. Tess is one of those people that are like, bro, discipline is not in this team. He's right here. Like,
at all.
You can't have a striker on the pitch and pass the ball. You are trying to bend, cut and shoot, and the ball goes and you're looking at everybody, looking at the camera. Bro, no, discipline has to be instilled in this team. There need to be a cultural shift in this team, and huge cultural, like, that's where I go off on Garnacho. I know you're pissed. I know you're a kid, right? But if there was discipline in this team, Garnacho won't be saying that out there. He might be saying it to maybe his close body. Sources will come out and say, sources said, but he won't be saying it in front of the camera. That's where discipline comes into being. And not just discipline on the players, on the manager as well. The manager should be able to say, okay, you know what? How do you balance these guys? How do I make everybody? You can't make everybody happy, but how do I balance it such that nobody feels like I'm sidelining them? Erik ten Hag did it to the likes of Sancho. When Rashford was playing rubbish, he did not even bother. He kept playing Rashford through that rubbish. And there was a Sancho right there. Right?
Yeah.
Then when things happen, it happened. We all saw what happened, right? Now, I say no to Sancho for bringing it out in the public. The same way I would say no to Garnacho for doing that in public. Right? But this is what we're talking about, the discipline. Like when Erik ten Hag came, there was a line he said. We thought whoever goes through and is above the line gets caught. But as time went going, he started adjusting the line to suit whoever he wants. And I'm thinking it's going to be the same thing. I'm seeing the same pattern on Amorim. And if he continues in that trajectory, he's going to lose his dressing room and he's going to lose his job. And the same culture would still remain in the football.
I don't think Amorim is doing that. But probably by looking at what they call Dalot or Bruno as an example. No, I don't think so. I think it's more so, right? If you look at fairly, why Bruno is an issue at the club. But you notice, right, if Bruno is not there, there's almost like a disjointed club. As in,
team.
They don't tend to play well. And the
Yeah.
issue of Dallo, you could see it was clear when Dallo, what they called, had injury. Imagine playing Mazzari at right
Right
wing,
wing
what they
back.
call. It was basically almost, while we know Dallo is not as functional, but Mazzari is less functional in that position. So I think Amaran is the guy that wants to win. It doesn't care about players. It doesn't care. That's my feeling, though. It might change tomorrow. It doesn't care about who the players are. He just wants to win.
Okay, guys, let's wrap this up. We Tess, you might just look at the video again. We tried to keep it short when we are doing the possible outcome. So
Honestly, I'll probably say it's easier if everyone can send me their POs.
yeah, everybody's saying yeah, okay, no problem.
Yeah. So because
No problem.
going back to the video would be very
Mhm.
difficult for me.
Hour and a half as well. Forget that.
So we have
Okay.
we have all through tomorrow. So there's no game tomorrow. So all games will be played about the same time on Sunday. So
I got a
yeah, it
question.
makes it
Because obviously we're doing this whole possible outcome for a season, right? Is there going to be like a season review possible outcome show?
Yeah, I think so. And Tesh and I will communicate that with the group.
Nice one.
Yeah. Any final words
Okay.
before we close the shop this evening?
Yeah, possible outcome for United Villa, goal before 75.
Go before 7. Yeah, I've already said that. Villa either half. Let me leave it like that.
Okay.
Listen, United said they are not serious.
Can you imagine if they win this game?
I would swear for them.
Irrelevant win that FIFA.
He does
I've ever
nothing. Man.
noticed.
If United win this game, I'm gonna be even more annoyed. I was like, "Why did you do this on Wednesday?"
Like, I don't know what to say, but I'll see. I was angry on Wednesday. If they win this game, that would be
I'll be
times
more
2.
angry.
That would be times 2. Honestly, like, what's that? Like, when we needed it? Like, everybody has been saying, okay, the L's, we could take the L's, but come Wednesday, make sure you make all these L's we've been holding. Make sure it counts. It came Wednesday, they said, no, add another one to it. That way,
Like a city in Wales.
just
More
add
L's than
another
a
L.
city in Wales.
Just take this more L to it. Just make it weighty. The L's you've been holding is not weighty enough. Just add this one to it.
So,
Like,
This one to
did you
eat.
guys already discuss the game?
yeah, you want to give your
Yeah.
take? Give us your take before.
No. I just want to, as in, I didn't really watch the game, so I don't know what to say. Did you guys think that United, that the players gave enough to actually win the
No.
game?
No,
They
it's
did
like a
not, man.
testimonial.
They did
It's
not.
like a testimonial. They
Yes.
were. Yeah.
Testimonial itself was even better.
God.
Because if we do Luke Shaw 10th anniversary now or whatever testimonial for Luke Shaw, I bet you
It
some of
has
these players
more intensity.
intensity.
Testimonial at McDonald's. I'll have a number 2
Bro.
with fries.
All you needed to do was win a game. These guys took the lead in the 20-something minutes. So you had about plus or minus 65 minutes. If I'm not mistaken, yes, 65 minutes to find an equalizer. But they did not. The coach waited until what? Was it the 80th minute to make his first substitution? The players, according to Conte, what players? The players were just in Zuzu land. They were in snooze. It felt like they were on vacation. Like, it didn't matter. So at the end of the day, right, I tend to look at the positive. I tend to find positivity in anything, right? The loss, because everybody was saying, oh, if we win this Champions League, 100 million, which is a good thing. Now that they lost the game, no, that 100 million is not coming.
Gone.
The squad is not good. You need to revamp the squad. You have a manager that you brought in that told you wait till the summer. You said it's now or never. And in January, report had it that he wanted to work. So meaning that you've had a conversation with him and you've had to sit down and talk to him and say, you know what, we will do what it takes to get the support you need. So meaning that now that we don't win the Europa League, your support will come. I think that's where Omar was saying he's happy. He would end up having to look in and rebuild properly, right? So there's no paper over the cracks anymore. There's no UEFA Champions League to say, okay, you know what? There's Champions League, you know,
Yes.
this or that. There's none of that. There's no distraction. Focus. Your 3-4-3.
No paper for the cracks.
Yeah, focus. The paper is done. We're not buying papers anymore. It's done. Focus on the crack. Let's crack it open the more and see where the problem is that's making this thing not stick, and let's work it up from the inside out. You know, so no more outside, no more cosmetics. So if that's their thinking, if that's their conversation they have with him, and they are ready to not just talk the talk but back that talk up, then I think it's the loss. That's where I'm drawing my positive from. But you never can know, you never can tell what was said in that meeting. And these guys could just be like, oh, say one thing, and the Glazers would be like, you know what, nah, been that. If he doesn't give, we just deceive him again, like they've been deceiving every other manager.
Well, from a financial standpoint, it's not sustainable, because it will get to a point you have to sell the club.
Oh yeah, and yeah, Tesh, they will sell the club, but in who does he benefit more to sell the club with a good value than the Glazers?
Exactly, they want more money.
They've thrown it around that there's going to be a regeneration project, which, in my opinion, if you honestly speaking, right, I don't think we'll see that in the next year or the year after. It's just to add it to the price tag, like, you know, United. So in case they want to sell, you know, they've already approved the regeneration. So you're not just buying only the football club. You're buying all those possibilities. You know, you could do this with that. You could do that
buying
with that.
possibilities.
Yeah, bro, it's possibilities, bro. It's what they're selling right now. It's what they're going to sell, bro. It's what they're going to sell. Potential, you know, regeneration. The government already has that plan sorted out. Regeneration, XYZ, yada.
It's like when you're buying a house, right? Oh, guys, you know, there's a shop coming here. Walmart is coming here. There's a gym
bus
coming
station,
here.
train station, all them stuff. Yeah,
yes.
so you're not just buying a house and just you're buying a good community, that kind of thing. That's what so those things. That's how I feel. If it happens, oh, praise be to God. But that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like they are putting out there just to add it to the price tag. So whoever is coming and you're thinking you're going to come because the club is in a state right now, you think you're just going to bring 5 billion and they're going to answer you, no way, bro. No way. There's something worth 3 billion on the corner that you have to factor in. Even if all these guys, they be your own boys when they get that. Glazers, man. Prof, any final word before we close the shop?
I had to go to McDonald's, use McDonald's internet to fix my home internet. So now that I fixed my home internet, I'm home now. And was everything that's happening supposed to happen? You can't run from it. You cannot run from the suffering. The suffering is meant to happen. And when people say like, "Oh, we are the only one," like, no, other people have suffered as well. Newcastle came from relegation side to get to where they are. Man City came from relegation side to get to where they are. Liverpool hasn't won a title in 17 years because of Fergie to get to where they are. Everybody that's climbing that Chelsea have suffered to get to where they are. Everybody's climbing their own staircase of suffering. We just need to find our own staircase of suffering and take it instead of trying to take the elevator, then come back down. Take the elevator. You now coming back down. You take the elevator and you stumble down.
You stumble
down.
And you wait for it to come again and you jump on it and be like,
exactly.
It feels like you're progressing.
Ever since Fergie left, we've been climbing elevators over and over. That's why I say shout out to Ineos, because they had to fix how many years? 12 years of nonsense. Good luck to them. Because if they do it, they're the legends of the club. They're a legend behind Fergie if they're able to fix 10 years of nonsense.
All right, guys, I really appreciate it.
I want to say a closing statement, if I may.
Go ahead.
First of all, it's been a great season on this channel for the Prosper Outcomes League. And the champion says you guys are worthy opponents. Next season, we go again. And Tesh, when you have time, run the final table. That'd be fantastic.
Everybody, just send in your PO to the group
and
later. And
Closing statement from me. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Big up to Drex, Tesh, Mbappe, Tembappe, and Omer, of course. And the champ is here, and we'll be back next season. Big up.
All right, big up, guys.
Big up,
Thank you so
guys.
much,
Big up,
guys. I
big
really
up.
appreciate guys. If this video comes across your feed, just do me one favor. Just like the video, subscribe, leave a comment below. Yeah, stay tuned because next season is gonna be interesting because we might and if there's any news, the panel might assemble again and give you our thoughts on it. But until we catch you guys later, stay safe, God bless, and bye for now.